Welcome in 2019. Most head of states will have a speech today. So I thought I will offer an alternative, a personal review, and based on this analysis, changes for 2019. This video should also show you how YouTube algorithms work and what this means for you. Grüezi YouTubers, here is the guy with a Swiss accent, with a new episode and fresh ideas around sensors and microcontrollers. This channel has started as my learning experience in social media. No intention to get rich or famous, or both. Being an engineer, I like efficiency, and I decided to define it as watch time divided by the time I had to invest into the video production. In the beginning, this factor was below 1. My invested time in 2018 just for video production was 72 videos times 10 hours. Production time per video equals 720 hours. The watch time was 25.5 million minutes or 425,000 hours. And the calculated efficiency is 590. As a presenter, I would have 590 viewers listening to me all the time. Cool! Thank you very much for your confidence. I was always an ambitious person, and therefore it is clear to me. I will try to grow this channel also in the future, and most probably will stop it if I'm no more able to do so. So you will heavily influence what happens on my side. Let's continue with a look back to 2018 and use subscriber growth as a basis. On January 1st, 2018, the channel existed 2.5 years and had around 53,000 subscribers. In 2018, it nearly doubled this number. But these charts show more. In the first 2.5 years, I lost around 5% of my viewers, and in 2018, around 10%. I assume the channel is aging, and some of the earliest subscribers left. But it also shows another trend. YouTube gets lots of new channels, and competition amongst them becomes bigger and bigger. Some of the channels I watched before I became a YouTuber either disappeared, like the Ben Heck Show, became inactive, or report less and less views, like the post-apocalyptic inventor. There are also rumors about YouTube changing their algorithm against small channels. Maybe this is true or not. One thing is clear. If we as subscribers want to keep our small channels also in the future, we have to pay attention. Otherwise, YouTube will become the next television network with glossily produced shows. The average subscriber gain in 2018 was 150 per day. And the first half of the year, this number oscillated around this value. Then came summer, and the new subscriber count as well as the views plummeted. This was the time I tried to create some sort of collaboration with you, my viewers. It also contained videos like the one featured on Hackaday. Nothing helped. So the first learning of this summer was that I most probably will reduce the frequency of videos in summer 2019. The second learning I made was from the collaboration projects. If you remember, I proposed to build a tank as a collaborative summer project and created an infrastructure consisting of a Discord server and Google Drive. I wanted to test if we could grow our community and do something together. I deliberately choose not to use standard project management methods and try the self-organizing approach favored by many current authors. The effect was that a lot of people joined the project and a lot of discussions started. Good ideas were developed, and I classified this first phase as brainstorming. After a while, I saw no movement towards the stated goal to create a cool tank. So I made my first intervention, structured the project into a few sub-assemblies and searched for team leads for the different parts. And I found them, a bunch of enthusiastic people who invested a lot of time in the project. Thank you guys. I asked them to summarize the learnings of the brainstorming and define some specifications of what the team wanted to build. Because this process did not move on, I had to do a second intervention and created specifications myself. Now we had a goal, but we were not able to activate any team members other than the team leaders to help. We had quite a few virtual meetings on Discord, some code was written, and the PCB was designed. But after a while, only 2 persons showed up, and I decided to stop my involvement too. Summarized, I learned a lot, but I'm not sure if I will again invest a lot of effort in such a project. For sure, I would not try this modern self-organizing project methodology. In my opinion, it does not work. Looking at many successful projects on GitHub, I did not find one which is not organized around one name. Maybe you can correct me? Another project was more successful, IoTAppStory.com. It is a platform for software distribution. Here, Onno did a great job, added a whole set of new features, and in version 2 ported it to the ESP32. Thank you, Onno. During 2018, 5 videos of this channel were featured on Hackaday. I'm very proud of this fact. Then came the autumn, and with it, some unwanted, controversial videos. The first was the coil gun. Very successful from the point of use. But I got a lot of headwind. One part of subscribers did not like that I build weapons, and the other part did not like that I based my work on one of Great Scott's videos. For my defense, I have to say that I know guns from both sides, maybe more than most of you. A machine gun shot at me when I worked for the Red Cross in a civil war in Africa, and I did not like it at all. As every Swiss male citizen, I was in the army and had my gun at home. This is why I probably did not understand why this toy can be considered to be a weapon only because it is called gun. The difference is just too big for me. The other thing was about Great Scott. I regularly watch his videos and even support him on Patreon because he does a great job of educating young people. Because I got the idea from one of his videos, I wanted to honor him and fully disclosed my sources. The next successful video was the one about LiDARs. Here I don't know why this was successful. The most successful video on this channel ever was released on November 16th, and its success was a big surprise to me. In the 1980s, I was part of the microprocessor revolution, and I saw how assembler language was replaced by higher-level languages when processors became faster and cheaper. In recent years, especially with the arrival of Espressif's ASP8266 and ESP32, I saw a similar thing happening in our area. We get now for less than $5 chips with a clock rate 10 times higher than Arduino, with 30-bit instead of 8-bit, and with factors more memory. Since quite some time, I ask myself how these technological advances will influence the way we program our microchips. And because I saw the success of Python in other areas, I asked a question. The reactions were threefold. A few commenters responded that they either already use or used MicroPython and shared their experiences. The second, also small part, found the question valid and had an opinion on where to use one or the other language. Some other languages were also proposed instead of Python, like BASIC, Rust, or JavaScript. The third part, and the vast majority, was entirely against the idea to abandon C for the programming of microcontrollers. Many of them even did not see the question mark in my title and accused me of being biased. Of course, I had to talk more about MicroPython in this video because we all know C++ and nobody waits for a simple C++ introduction on this channel. Being an engineer, I do not like rumors. I want to know. This is why I collected the main arguments against the usage of a high-level language like speed, lack of real-time or interrupts capabilities, memory consumption, and lack of libraries. I do not know the facts, and I did not see anybody presenting facts for us to decide. This is why I plan a comparison between an Arduino Uno running C++ and an ESP32 running MicroPython. And the inventor of MicroPython, Damien George, promised to help me with this video. I will also include an ESP32 using C++, even if this scenario was not part of my initial question asked. To make it clear, also in the near future I will mostly use the Arduino IDE for my projects because it can be used with many different processor architectures. Maybe this video is the reason for losing a lot of subscribers. At least it is the most downvoted video ever on this channel. This makes me sad because it hurts the success of the channel. If you search for MicroPython, my video is not at the top, even if it is newer and has much more views. The only difference is it has only 95% thumbs up compared with a thumbs down. This leads to another fact I wanted to share. The example before shows that one thumb down is about 100 times more worth than one thumb up, because this 1% seemed to make a big difference. Since I discovered that fact, I add much more thumbs up to the videos I watch, just to make sure that the thumbs down guys do not take control. Being too critical may be not the right strategy here. On this channel, 3.6% of the viewers give a thumbs up. For a typical video like this mailbag, I get around $50 from YouTube. This is also because they only show advertisements on about half of my views. A colleague suggested that this is because my viewers are technically savvy and a lot of you use ad blockers. I like that my viewers are tech savvy, but I'm not sure if all of you are aware of the effects on creators. By the way, this is why I started to add ads at the end of the video to give everybody the chance to support this channel a little more. If you want to support your channels even more, you should enable notifications and watch the video right when it is published. The YouTube algorithm seems to decide the success of a video right at the beginning by measuring the views per hour. The more clicks it gets in the first minutes, the more it is proposed on the home screens of potential new subscribers. And new subscribers are the blood of every channel. If you do not have the time to watch it right after the notification, please do not quit immediately. Otherwise, YouTube assumes clickbait, and this hurts the video a lot. Here we see modern artificial intelligence at work. If we look towards 2019 and take into account what we saw up till now, the scenario of more and more influencers become also true in our segment. Look at how many times you heard that channels are sponsored by JLB PCB. Maybe a few electronics YouTubers can live off the ad money. The rest not. They have to find other sources to cover their expenses and so will lose their independence. You can argue that creating YouTube videos should be a hobby, and you might have been right in the past. With more and more professionally produced channels, this might change and normally produced channels will disappear from the views statistics on YouTube. This is why platforms like Patreon became more critical. I'm proud of my many Patreons, and I think the non-Patreon viewers should be thankful too about that fact. These guys not only help to keep the lights on, but they also support the creators mentally. I encourage you to support your favorite channels if you can. It helps to keep our electronics niche on YouTube vivid. Unfortunately, quite a few Patreons wrote me that they would leave the platform because of recent actions of the company behind Patreon. I do not like that we innocent creators have to pay the bill for some higher politics. This is why I searched for an alternative and first found Subscribestar. But this site currently is blocked by PayPal. Again, high politics. In the end, I found Flattr.com, a Swedish company which so far is not involved in politics. As soon as I'm accepted, you will see the link in the video description. This leads to another topic. Is this channel independent? Yes, it is. Often I get requests to reviews. Unless I'm really interested in the product and it fits the content, products will not appear here. Most of the time I buy products to keep my independence. As a comfort, you find the links to all products in the video description. These usually are affiliate links. If you use them, I get a commission and can pay some of the stuff with this money. You have no disadvantage. Because I learned that Amazon delivers more and more of our products very fast, and for a reasonable uplift, I opened Amazon stores where I try to present products used on this channel. Mailbags are different. If somebody sends me stuff, it might end up in a mailbag video. Here I do not guarantee that this happens. Generally, I try to support young creators and viewers of my channel. The chance that their products make it to a mailbag is higher. One nearly forgotten thing is premieres. Of course, I tried it when it appeared, and I liked the direct conversation with you, my viewers. Unfortunately, YouTube screwed it up and now it's gone. So live streams remain the only way of collaboration on YouTube. As a viewer, I do not like them because they steal my time. As an alternative, I created a Discord channel where we can have a chat. You find an invitation link in the description. Some Patreons have the right to use a private channel if they start the invitation process from their Patreon account. I try to answer all comments on YouTube and enjoy these discussions a lot. This is not an easy task because YouTube does not support it very well. If I do not respond to your comments, the probability is high that I did not see it. Sorry about that. I do not delete comments unless they are offending against other commenters or contain links which are not relevant. Let's now look to May 2019. I plan to go to the LoRa convention in Amsterdam at the end of this month and to the Hackaday Super Conference in November. In spring-summer, together with a colleague, I plan a 3,000-kilometer bicycle trip along the Danube River to the Black Sea. So feel free to contact me on Facebook Messenger if you want to meet me either in Amsterdam or on my way east. The videos should still come every Sunday morning. Maybe I shift the publishing time 1 hour to make sure all European viewers are awake because of this views per hour thing. What do you think about that fact? And I will add from time to time a quickie on Thursday evening. The topics will not change a lot. Microcontrollers, sensors, wireless and other things I'm interested in. One last word about female viewers. Unfortunately, this channel only has 1.7% female viewers. This is why I usually use the male form in my videos. Rest assured, all my videos also are made for interested women, even if I do not mention it for ease and also because I do not know the exact rules on how to address this issue in the English language. I want to thank all my supporters on Patreon and viewers using my links for their purchases for supporting the channel. Without you, it would be difficult for me to do what I do now. Happy 2019. Also from Dishka.